Hi Sagittarius, how's it going? I hope you're doing awesome today. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Lynn, and I'm going to be doing a 10-card Celtic cross spread for you today. I've already cleared the energy of the cards and shuffled, and I've already pulled one oracle card. You got going forward, but we'll go over this message at the very end, okay? So move my little Buddha here. Spirit, what messages do you have for Sagittarius, please? What messages do you have for Sagittarius, please? So I'll pull all the cards, 10 cards for your Celtic cross spread, and then we'll go through them individually, okay? So your first card represents your current situation. You have the Three of Swords. Your second card represents what's crossing you or what's challenging you or your situation or what you're celebrating. You have the Ten of Pentacles reversed. Your foundation message is the Seven of Swords. This card jumped out when I was shuffling, so this is an important message. Your fourth card represents your past, but is relevant to your current situation. You have the Six of Pentacles reversed. When a card comes out reversed, it just means you're getting extra protection from Spirit. Then you have the Four of Wands for your fifth card, your immediate future, what's likely to happen very soon in your life. Then your sixth card is the Ten of Swords. This card represents the outcome you desire most in your situation. And then your self-image card, how you see yourself, is a Four of Cups. And your environment is the Star reversed. Your hopes and fears, Knight of Swords. And a clarifier on top of the Knight of Swords, please, Spirit, is the Ace of Wands reversed. And then your future, if all is to remain as is the Queen of Swords. And a clarifier on top of the Queen of Swords, please, Spirit. Then you have the Page of Pentacles, and I'll take one more clarifier. And then you have the Six of Cups. Okay, wonderful. So your first card that came out is the Three of Swords. This card represents your current situation, okay? This is a card of heartbreak, of loss, of grief. Some kind of struggle. So, you're dealing with sorrow, heartbreak, suffering, loneliness, heartache, confusion, emotional pain, separation, disappointment, something that's very difficult for you to face, betrayal, upset, loss. Sometimes life does give us these moments, and this card represents a new raw pain. It could be a major situation like finding your partner unfaithful, or maybe cutting and hurtful words from a trusted friend. Swords represent truth, and in this case, it represents the truth hurting very much indeed. It's arguments, it's absence, conflict, depression, loss, sorrow, emotional pain. You're feeling the pain of separation, possibly a romantic one. This card could sometimes represent a love triangle. A third party has entered into the formerly stable situation and caused the breakup, but Spirit is saying that it was ready to happen anyway. It's time to let go. Whatever relationship has died must be allowed to disintegrate spiritually too. Don't try to hold on to the past. Okay? I would make a note of that one. Don't try to hold on to the past, because you also got the Ten of Swords, but we'll get to that, okay? This card represents severance, separation, sadness, the end of a romantic relationship. There was a sense that the separation or the breakup was needed though. And although you feel the post-breakup blues, the separation was meant to be. This card could also, if that doesn't resonate with you, this card could also mean that you feel isolated and cut off from someone you love or something you love, a way of life, your home, your family, a philosophy, a pursuit, or a job. Okay, and then what's crossing you or what's challenging you or your situation or what you're celebrating, you have the Ten of Pentacles. Let me just see here. Do you have, you have a couple tens in your reading. Okay, so the Ten of Pentacles came out reversed, so extra protection from spirit. And this card is talking about the dark side of wealth, conflicts over money. It's Virgo energy. This card could represent financial failure or loss. That could be what what you're experiencing with this. This card can represent a loss. This card could represent fleeting success, a lack of stability, instability, bankruptcy, debt, conflict over money, breaking traditions. It could represent marrying for money. Maybe you're fighting over money. Maybe you're dealing with family feuds or family burdens or family neglect. This card could represent illegal activity, money laundering, rocky foundations, breaking traditions, a disputed inheritance. Maybe you're being excluded from a will or you're not leaving a will. Huge losses of debts. This card forewarns of a legacy, investment, or financial security that is lost, possibly through the market, legal fees, or taxes. Or it could mean that an expected inheritance did not turn out as you had hoped it would have. Ten of Pentacles in your second position. Maybe for some of you, you're so established that you're stagnating. Like maybe you've retired comfortably and you're just sitting around watching TV feeling bored. If this resonates, Spirit is saying you need to activate some growth in your life to avoid boredom. Take up a hobby, do some charity work, teach others your skills, okay? Yeah, you have to do a little, maybe take some courses or something. And then your third card represents the basis of your situation or foundation, and you have the Seven of Swords. And again, this is the card that jumped out when I was shuffling. This card actually comes out often in your readings with me. The Seven of Swords is Aquarius energy. So this is a card that talks about confessing or a confession or coming clean. It could talk about rethinking an approach to something. It's a card of deception. It represents your conscience. It's a card of regret, maliciousness, your conscience kicking in. This card says that the truth will be revealed. Some of you may be experiencing the imposter syndrome. It's a card of self-deceit and keeping secrets. Maybe you're turning over a new leaf. It could represent ignoring warnings, getting caught. There's some kind of deception going on. So maintain caution and vigilance in all things during this period. Stay open-minded and flexible so that you can respond to changes quickly. You may be experiencing with different plans of action, getting various points of view at this time in your life. This card could also warn that such a tricky plan will not work out and whoever attempts it will be exposed. This card could represent running away from consequences, being a coward, having no backbone. Again, it's a general reading, so only take what resonates and leave the rest. This card could represent taking professional advice. Otherwise, you may lose out, and be cautious of burglary and superficial contracts at this time. Yeah. And then your fourth card, which represents your past, but is relevant to your current situation, is the Six of Pentacles reversed. This is Taurus energy. This is a card that talks about tyranny, gullibility, subservience, which means the willingness to obey others unquestionably, power and domination, stinginess, inequality, strings attached gifts, abuse of power, unemployment, a lack of generosity, an abuse of generosity, bad debts, greed. Six of Pentacles reversed. Spirit is saying you need to recoup after a period of loss and confusion. Loss and confusion is coming up again. You want to help others, but you don't have the means, and that makes you unhappy. You may be required to find a lifestyle that will create a sense of security for you so that you can find peace of mind. I think that is a big message for you, Sagittarius. That's why Spirit said self-care, self-love, focus on you. Okay, Spirit knows that you want to help others, but at this time you're not able to. So, and Spirit is aware that that makes you unhappy, but Spirit wants you to find a lifestyle that will create a sense of security for you, just so it gives you a peace of mind, okay? This card reverse could suggest that your need will not be met, the loan or scholarship denied. If you're approached for help, you'll be unable to do so, or you'll be offered help, but you're going to refuse it. One-sided charity, extortion, unpaid debts, fake charity. So watch for stuff like that. Be careful you're not making poor financial decisions. And then your immediate future, what's likely to happen very soon in your life, is the Four of Wands, Aries energy. This card is about happiness, romance, harmony, joy, community, celebrations. You have something to celebrate, Spirit is saying. Fulfillment, you're feeling fulfilled. You inspire others by gifting them the same treasures and qualities, empowering you with joy. Happy families, reunions, gatherings, parties, stability, belonging. You have a sense of belonging. or you will very, very, very soon, immediate future, you're enjoying pleasure and prosperity. You're reaping the rewards that you've earned. Your finances are in good shape. So that's something to look forward to very soon. You're in harmony with your environment and the people in it. Sagittarius, you've shown the world who you truly are and what you can achieve, and now it's time for celebration and good times. This card is an extremely positive card. It indicates that your efforts to establish a project, a business, or some other endeavor are successful. Now your position is secure and comfortable. You can relax and enjoy your life. It's a time of respite and rejoicing, okay? Celebration. Whatever you've been working on is showing good signs of success, so take a moment to revel in it. Things are looking so well, you might be able to use some of your gains to lay a foundation for the future, whether it's building a house, expanding your business, investing, or even getting married. And then the outcome that you desire most in your situation is the Ten of Swords. This is the outcome that you desire most in your situation. Gemini energy. This is a card of betrayal, backstabbing, wounds, deep wounds, loss again, playing the victim. Spirit is saying, have a new understanding, have a fresh perspective. This is a card of victimization, destruction, defeat, misfortune, severing ties, being a martyr, hitting a wall, hitting rock bottom. It's exhaustion, it's attention seeking, backstabbing, bitching, bad-mouthing, painful endings are all represented by the Ten of Swords. So this card represents the outcome you desire most in your situation. This card marks the beginning of the end of a period of trials and tribulations. It also signifies the start of a new cycle, but first you have to clear away the debris of the old cycle, and often this process is painful. Stress and exhaustion may accompany the appearance of this card. Spirit is saying, get rid of the past, let go of the past, stop focusing on the past. You need to make a clean break from the past and its attendant pain and suffering. Whether it means a divorce, quitting a job, moving across the country, or just simply changing a belief system. Spirit saying, make the break cleanly, leaving no loose ends, and do away with previous illusions that have clouded your vision, and try not to worry. Something is over, okay? You've fought and you've worked at it, but you cannot change the situation. There's no fixing it. You may want to try one last time, but you'll have to accept that this time it's done. It's a strange moment because you thought you'd feel a lot more pain and distress, but actually you feel calm and peaceful because deep down you're relieved that you don't have to fight it anymore. This card is about playing the victim, betrayal, bitterness, exhaustion, being overly dramatic, the inability to cope. And then your self-image card, how you see yourself, is the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups, this card is represented by Cancer in the zodiac. This is a card that talks about depression, regret again. And that's what comes out in your reading a few times for me, regret. Refusing offers. So remember, they said someone will offer you something and you'll refuse it. It's a card of depression, crisis, questioning yourself, stagnation again, remorse again. This card's about daydreaming and fantasizing, feeling frustrated, disconnected. You're contemplating. It's a card of apathy, self-absorption, focusing on the negative, feeling bored, a missed opportunity for some of you. So how you see yourself, your self-image, you're withdrawing your emotions from a situation or a person. After intense emotional involvement, you may need some space for yourself. There's a feeling of letdown after a buildup, as in the postpartum blues, or when you have to deal with all the nitty-gritties of making a marriage work. Okay, this card represents a state of apathy and withdrawal, but this could be a necessary rest for you. It may be time to get away by yourself and just relax and recenter yourself before getting back into the daily grind of stuff, okay? You've been disappointed by somebody or something, and now you feel emotionally stuck. You don't like what's in front of you, and you can't be bothered to look further than your own brooding mind, but Spirit's saying it's a shame, because if you listen to the voice of wisdom, you'll look up and see that what you need, it's not that far away. Okay. Four of Cups for your self-image card. Reevaluating more emotional affairs or connections. You're reevaluating, contemplating, yearning, fantasizing, daydreaming. You may be indulging in an emotional state, and you might be ignoring present opportunities. So again, missed opportunities here. And then your environment card, or how others see you and your situation, you have the Star card, and it came out reverse, so extra protection from Spirit, Aquarius energy. So this is a card of hopelessness, despair, negativity. It's telling you to trust yourself, okay? It's a card of boredom again. Spirit saying, trust yourself. You're focusing on the negative. There's a lack of faith, a lack of inspiration. Let go of doubt is the message with this card. Feeling insecure, feeling discouraged, faithless, hopeless, despair, despondent. Again, disconnection is coming up in your reading. But Spirit's saying that you're overlooking or ignoring the signs that the universe has been sending you. Everyday events are distracting you from your true path. Maybe you're seeking your own path in a private way without regard for the outside world. Maybe you feel alone, withdrawn, or even resentful of outer obligations at this time. Don't forget, we have your oracle message. That's going to give you a lot of guidance, but I'll get to that in a second. Maybe you may have recently experienced some kind of disappointment that has caused you to turn inward. But this is a necessary step. Again, Spirit is saying you need repair time. You need meditation. You need solitary self-care so that you can realign yourself with your inner needs and re-energize yourself. So that is, Spirit is repeating those messages for sure. And then your hopes and fears, what you hope for and fear the most in your situation, is the Knight of Swords. And the clarifier is the Ace of Wands. So the Knight of Swords reversed, Gemini energy. The Knight of Swords represents someone who's a bully, someone who is arrogant, disregards consequences, someone who is unpredictable, aggressive, ruthless, hurtful, sarcastic, Again, this card could represent missed opportunities, being out of your depth, being out of control, feeling left behind. The Knight of Swords. You might be dealing with this person, but if this is you, Sagittarius, Spirit is telling you to seize the moment. You're assertive, you're direct, you can be a little bit impatient, you're intelligent, you're daring. This card could represent arrivals and or departures. You're fast thinking, you're forward thinking, you're unrelenting. This card represents big changes for you, big opportunities. You're a fighter, a risk taker, a warrior. You're brave, you're courageous, you're focused, you're single-minded, you're action-oriented, you're driven to succeed, you're ambitious, rebellious, you're a leader, you're impulsive, you're someone who defends their beliefs, you're daring, quick-witted, you're a champion, a hero, a soldier, you go against the flow, you're assertive. And the clarifier, the Ace of Wands, it came out reversed. There's a lack of, again, boredom, feeling bored. There's a lack of direction. There's distraction again. Disappointing news, feeling confused. This card, this is the third time says you've missed some kind of opportunity. So I don't know. Or this card could represent an opportunity that should probably be passed on at this time. This card is about wasted talent, wasted potential, infertility, pregnancy issues, canceled travel, a lack of enthusiasm, a lack of action, a lack of spark, a lack of fun, a lack of growth, a lack of initiative, a lack of assertiveness. But Spirit wants you to know, like I just said, you are assertive. Go for it. Go for it. Don't doubt yourself. Maybe the Ace of Wands, when it comes out reversed, this card says that you're in the process of creating a new identity, or you're in the process of starting a new endeavor, but it has not yet manifested. It's still in the planning stages, and you may be experiencing delays, or you might have to rethink your plans and make some adjustments. They're repeating those messages. You know you have the potential to do something new, but you might hesitate because of lack of resources or a lack of confidence. And then your future, if all is to remain as is, you have the Queen of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, and the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups, this could be people in your reading. Okay, the Queen and the Page, it's they're either you or they represent someone in your life, someone in your future, and it can be male or female in a general reading. The Page of Cups could be, or the Six of Cups, it could be someone coming into your life again from your past. It's a card of innocence, joy, nostalgia, Scorpio energy. Maybe you're revisiting the past, childhood memories. Again, they're talking about reunions, healing, sharing gifts, charity again. An opportunity that's coming in, having new hope, feeling calm. It's a card of acceptance. Being accepted. Queen of Swords is Libra energy. This is someone who's very fair, honest, independent, perceptive, intelligent, faithful, a warrior, someone who has very strong beliefs, is highly principled, is self-reliant, open-minded. She could represent a mother figure. Has a very clear mind, is very perceptive. She has repressed pain or repressed sadness. Very strong, quirky, a problem solver. And then the Page of Pentacles is someone, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. She could represent a student, someone who's reliable, mature, loyal, steady, hardworking, responsible. She's telling you to just jump in. She represents excellent prospects, skill development, ambition, diligence, solid beginnings, setting goals, excelling in or seeking education, training. Spirit is saying decide what you want and go for it. This card could represent good news in earthly matters. This person is ambitious, diligent, goal-oriented, a student, studious. This card could represent manifestation, financial opportunities, taking advantage of opportunities, loyal, grounded, male or female in a general reading. Receiving good news about money, a material matter, or a health issue maybe. But yeah, the Six of Cups, something from your past or someone from your past might be coming back into your life is what this card could represent. And then your last message is your Oracle card. This card is all about fertility, productivity, love, health, abundance, and fulfillment. They are all coming your way. They're all ahead of you. Things are growing and expanding in your life when this card comes out. So just keep going forward. Keep focusing. Keep going forward. Sometimes it may be easy to be distracted by what's occurring around you, which Spirit already talked about in your reading about being distracted. But this card indicates that it is important not to let anything hold you back from increasing the bounty in your life. It's time to step up and know that your needs will be taken care of. Your life is escalating and intensifying in the best possible way and for your highest good. Okay, so that is your reading, Sagittarius. If any of these messages gave you any guidance or insight, if you could please like the video or leave me a comment, I would love to hear from you. And I do also offer private readings. It usually takes me about an hour to do a personal reading. I just record your reading and then send you the recording and the pictures of your card. So if you're interested in that, you can shoot me an email. But thanks for allowing me to channel these messages today from Spirit to you. I'm very grateful. Take care. I'll see you next time. Bye.